Yes, people and the Antichrist. Yeah, let's take a look. And at the minute, it's a little bit of a hot topic with many people seeming to, specifically this guy, coming up and claiming to be the new coming Messiah. Yeah, I wonder how it's working out. And I came across this clip on TikTok predicting the rise of the Antichrist. And I can't lie, it looked pretty sick.
It happened without warning. One moment the world was normal. And then millions vanished. No goodbyes, no signs, no second chances. There was chaos, destruction, and no one knew what was coming next. Until...
This was not judgment. It was transformation.
Goosebumps. Mate, whoever made this is a flipping movie, right? He needs some sort of raise. But just try to find proper interest in that. Everyone thinks of like the devil, the Antichrist, all these things. I know in the Revelation describes it as a beast, right? You think of it as like devil on your shoulder with a spear, but he's literally described as an angel of light. And like to come dressed appealingly like that in a suit, to come dressed appealingly to deceive, that is literally what the devil does. It is to deceive. So he's constantly telling us to be on guard, be aware of these things and be ready to discern these things.
Together, we will rise from the ashes. One people. No more division. No more chaos. Only unity under me.
The chaos stopped. The world healed. For the first time, it felt like peace. We called it progress. We called it unity. We adored him. It all seemed perfect. But then, the mark came. Peace turned to pressure. Worship became law.
No more waiting. I am your God now.
They watched us. Every move, every breath. And those who still believed. The ones who wouldn't bow, they became the hunted.
But this looks so sick. Looks like Hunger Games. But that is the one thing in it. The one thing is to have one person in power. Something like this so easily could happen. Because like you've seen, I don't know, people called like Hitler the Antichrist. Like if you have one overlord power, it is like a one world order. Which is scared that it's being pushed. Is because it's easier for something like for this to happen and for something like this to happen. Because if you have one person in power, all it takes is that person to go crazy or for someone to rise up who's an absolute nutcase, and then they've got all power and there's no opposition.
Then I saw them, the two, and I knew this wasn't evolution. They were taken because they were ready, and I was left behind.
Chills, mate. About chills. To be fair, I was going to predict it. I think it'd be something pretty much like that, especially nowadays with all the technology and everything that's available. Like, that is pretty accurate, in my opinion. Obviously, no one knows the time, no one knows the date. And I think this is why it's so important to continue to stay in the Word, to continue to have a relationship with God. And if you don't have a relationship with God, to start looking into it, you need to be ready. Like, we need to be ready for these times. Because every single day since the day of Jesus' ascension, you're getting closer. Like we're in end times. Do you know what I mean? Like you read the Bible as 66 books, but the last book, Revelations, hasn't even happened yet. We could be in it. Well, we're in it. We're in the pages of it. Until the last thing happens, we're still in the pages of it, and the story's still playing out. And that's the interesting thing, and that's why So important to stay in your word, so important to be around a good community of people, so important to stay vigilant to these things, because you never know if these things happen in our lifetime, which they could. Who knows? Who knows? They could. You need to be ready for them, and you need to be able to discern that, and you need to be able to have a close relationship with God just to understand it and walk through it. But just as a video, that was sick. I've said like 3 times, but if that was a movie, I would watch that movie. 100% watch that movie. But if anyone doesn't know, the Antichrist is describing the Bible as a person or a thing. It describes a beast as false prophet, playing different names. And it's someone who will come in opposition to Christ, someone who will come in opposition, filled with the spirit of Satan, and Satan himself, to come masquerading as an angel of light, to come when things are bad and pretend to make things all good. And it might on the surface make things good, but then to twist and deceive people to become worship that person as if they were God. And all it is pushing, deceiving people. The devil's the best deceiver, because things can look all great, and it doesn't matter if things are great for you externally, as long as internally you're not running to Christ and you're not with Christ. Because all he cares about is to push you away from Christ and push you closer to worshipping yourself, to worshipping him, to worshipping, I don't know, sport, to worshipping your football club, to worshipping your friends, your partners, the things that you place in the first priority in your life. As long as that's not Christ, he's happy to deceive you and push you away until one day it'll come and want it to be him. And that's the sad. No matter what we are made to worship, so we'll choose to worship something. At the end of the day, we'll always choose to worship something. So choose the right thing.